Welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk about the constitutional chains. If the LLM follows some principles that are meant to be in place. So for instance, there are certain ways that you need the responses of the LLM to be. And so you can potentially put some critics or some revisions or some requests through the constitutional principles. And then you pass them through this large language model using the constitutional chain. So we're going to go through this example and we import the library and we run one example and see how it goes. So first, we imported the required libraries, we instantiated the LLM, the prompt, and the simple chain. Within the constitutional chain, we have the principles. We have the critic and a revision. So for the critic, we say that tell if this answer is good. Each sentence starts with a number followed by a period and a space. Your response must be in bulleted point for each sentence. At the end of the statement, add this text. I am invoking this chain with this question. What is the meaning of flight? And then let's see what the output is. Now I get this output. There's no number here, but pretty much the language model tried to follow the principles that was inside, this chain. Okay, now that we understand how the constitutional chain works, let's take a look at the Langsmith Dashboard. So I'm going to add the config here and I add the run name. So if I run this one more time in my Langsmith Dashboard, and I can see this most used chains. So if I click here, this is the constitutional chain and this is the input. And I can also see the output here. I see that there are 3 chain of calls to the language model. First chain that is passed to the language model. And then this is the second one. The second one has the question and the answer. And it also has some other parameter called critic request. This is the response to this critic request. And then in the final chain, the revision request or the critic response and a revision request are also added to this JSON input. And then the output is finally generated and is passed over from this constitutional chain. It's very interesting to see the sequentials of responses from one LLM to the other LLM and how this will eventually build up the answer. So I hope that this video was helpful. Please give it a thumbs up if you find it helpful for your application. Thank you, and I will see you in my next video.